may be eliminated and more could come on a local level. This comes a day after hundreds of parents attended a forum yesterday with State Education Commissioner John King. Brandon Lewis joins us live from the studio tonight. And Brandon, is this in response to the outcry we've been hearing?
No, Jerry, this is a copy of a letter actually sent to superintendents yesterday, but there wasn't any mention of it during the forum. Now, we tried to ask the State Education Department why, and we were told to email our questions for a statement, but so far we haven't received a response. Now, tonight, some education leaders are pleased to see the state listening to their suggestions.
I see my own children taking test after test to the point of absurdity.
At Albany's chance to weigh in on the Common Core debate, most parents expressed frustration with Common Core. Education leaders say at the core of their argument isn't really the curriculum.
The Common Core standards in and of itself are not what parents are objecting to. What I'm hearing is they're objecting to too many tests. But what I'm hearing from the State Education Department is they're working on a resolution to some of that.
Despite Commissioner John King not mentioning an ongoing dialogue with the feds to the public, the state is working with the federal government to eliminate double testing in 8th grade math and is working on English next. Some state leaders say it doesn't go far enough.
Why didn't we do that for science as well? It's kind of the same issue with 8th grade science and Regents tests. But there's a few others that we can do the same. We need to roll back the APPR, the tests that are tied to that.
During the forum, King told parents it's an ongoing process and one they are open to changes. Educators encourage parents to bring them the concerns so they can work toward preparing students for the future and Common Core changes.
Testing is important and it gives us great data. We just need to make sure that we're only testing to the degree that we absolutely need to get the information we need on student achievement.
Now, there was some talk about the Assembly possibly holding back funding to get these changes made. We'll talk more about that and some of the best ways to get concerns addressed coming up at 6. Live in the studio, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.
Now, Brandon, you just mentioned funding, but I do know that we've heard in the past that there is funding tied to giving these tests. To get the funding you need to give the exams, does King address what happens to that funding if they reduce the number of tests given?
Yeah, that applies mostly to federal funding, and it seems that they'll offer grants on a state level. There's money from Race to the Top that they'll use to help fill the void, and it must go, though, towards supporting Common Core education. And in the letter that King wrote, he points out that less than 1% of a student's time is used taking state tests, and they're working to better use that other 99%.
All right, we'll stay on top of the changes, I'm sure. Thanks, Brandon.